Alright, so y'all, remember I was telling y'all the stories about the bad clients, the bitches that's running around talking about I cussed them out during their tarot readings or whatever. Anyway, I told y'all about 3 bitches. But specifically, y'all want to hear the story more so about the girl that said she was fucking with Capital Steez. So here we go. I don't remember where I left off in the story, so I'm gonna just go from the beginning and give y'all more because I happen to have gone back in my email today and I looked and I'm like, oh yeah, I still do got these emails from this bitch. So if I really want to be petty, I could really tear her ass up. But I'm gonna tell the story of what this bitch does and warn other witches not to book with her, not to deal with her, any of that. First of all, the reading started off with her initially talking about some reader had told her that Joey Badass was her twin flame. And I was trying to explain to her that you really don't want to be looking for a twin flame, so to speak, because not all twin flames are bad, but a twin flame can burn you, okay? Or you can burn your twin flame. It's not always a situation of them doing something to you. You could be the unhealed, emotionally stunted person that comes into that person's life that causes that flame to burn them. But she was like, not listening to that. She was like, no. The other reader had proven it to her and she had been dreaming about Joey Badass and shit. And hold on, y'all. And she was like really big in this reader up, telling me some no. I had past, this is where she started talking about Capital Steez. She like, and I had past dealings with somebody that was really close to her. And I say, okay, but that's still, this is before we got deeper into our reading. Look, I'm taking my nails off, y'all. But this is before we got deeper into our reading and our readings, because I did multiple readings for her. And the only reason why she's running around bad-mouthing me now is because I disputed her, okay? I disputed what this other reader is telling her, all right? And I did cuss her the fuck out because she got sick and she blamed me because I wouldn't do no work on Soraya. I'm like, no, ma'am, no, you're sick because of you. Don't you dare blame me for a motherfucking thing. But anyway, this is before all this shit that I just said happened. Let's go back to the part where she was talking about disputing me with Joey Badass being her soulmate. So yeah, she disputing it. And then I'm telling her, like, look, Joey Badass, bitch, hold on, y'all. My damn phone kept ringing. But I was, like, telling her, like, look, Joey Badass ain't treating the girlfriend that he got right. What makes you think that he's going to change for you? What makes you think that it's you? So she got mad about that and stopped talking to me. Okay, whatever. Couple weeks go past. She emailed me back. She like, I need to talk to you about some personal stuff. It's not about Joey Badass because she could tell that she had gotten on my nerves because I don't like delusion. All right, don't bring your delusional bullshit over here because I'm a pop that bubble for you. Okay, you understand why I say that when we get to the end, towards the end of the story. So anyway, she emails me back like, I need a read and I need to talk to you. Bong, send me my money. Okay, boom. Because I mean it. You want to read and I want my motherfucking money first. Okay, so she tells me what's going on. How about this gal is talking about that she is 12 weeks pregnant. She's having twins. She knows that she's having twin girls. But she doesn't know who she's pregnant by. And I'm like, this couldn't be the same girl that was just disputing me about Joey Badass. Now, you worried about Badass and who he's with and him being your soulmate. You got a gut full of 2 humans going on over here. And she was like, you right. But she steered the conversation back to where it needed to be. She like, but I don't know whose baby it is. Or she said, no, that's not what she said. She had dated 3 niggas back to back, right? She had broken up with her ex-husband. See, she's got a whole lot of shit going on, okay? First of all, in our initial sessions, I told her that she was a daughter of Oya, regardless of her having twins. You don't belong no Oshun, okay? The mischief and shit that she was doing, she gave Oya's energy. So first of all, she was mad because she did not belong to Oshun. Second of all, she was just a devious little ass bitch. How old was she? She'll be 30 this year, okay? So she knows better. But I'm like, okay, so how you don't know who you pregnant by? Like, okay, so let's talk. So then she gives me the spiel about how her and her ex-husband had broke up, but they were still fucking around. And she was living with this one guy. I'm going to just call him Ryan because I don't want to call his real name. But she was fucking with the guy Ryan at first. Broke it off with him. And then immediately moved in with this guy I'm going to call Patrick. And she wanted to be with Patrick because he had money. His family had money. He just was a good dude. So she pops up pregnant. Boom. Or she starts showing because she was pregnant any fucking way. At least I felt like she was pregnant because the story that she gave, yo, and I can't even, it would be too much to post everything, okay? But the story that she gave and the timelines that she gave, I'm like, it sounds like to me you pregnant by your ex-husband. And she like, no. I'm only 12 weeks pregnant. I say, send me a picture of your belly. So she sends me a picture of herself in the mirror or whatever. And upon looking at her, I noticed two things. One, I noticed that she was about 4 months pregnant for real, 4 or 5 more. No, more like 5 months pregnant. Like she's big pregnant. Two, I noticed that she kind of was trying to look like Soraya. I kind of noticed that. I told her, I say, you know, you kind of favor Joey Badass's girlfriend. Is this a coincidence or, you know, but she skipped over that. See, I noticed this single white female shit that bitches be having going on, too. Anyway, I say, girl, you are not no damn 12 weeks pregnant. You look like you about 6 months pregnant. And she was like, no. I just got pregnant. And that's what Ryan's, not Ryan, excuse me. The Patrick dude, he had this friend that had met them mutually. And he was, you know, introducing her as his bitch. And his friend was like, are you sure that's your baby? Because she looks a little, you know, distended to be just 12 weeks pregnant. So she finds out that she's having twins. And she like, oh no, my stomach is just this big because I'm having twins. And I promise y'all, that girl looked every bit of between, 12 weeks is just about 4 months, right? So she looked like she was bigger than that. She looked like she was about 6 months pregnant. For real. And I'm not exaggerating that at all. She was like, oh, I'm having twins. That's why my belly big and I lost babies before. And okay, so maybe your uterus is used to being big. I don't know. But medically speaking, baby, I can look at you and tell that you're about 6 months pregnant. Her issue with trying to cover this shit up was that she was trying to make sure that she could pin this baby on this Patrick dude. Okay. So as the weeks go by, she's emailing me more and more. And this was when I was doing the readings, the 5 questions for $25. And she would email me every week about this situation back and forth. And one week like about a month had gone past since she had told me that she was allegedly 12 weeks pregnant. And it was about a month because she was still running with this shit talking about she was 12 weeks pregnant. And I'm like, you should be okay now about 13, 14 weeks. She like, no, I'm for real 13 weeks now. I'm like, okay, sis. So when you were saying you were 13 weeks then, so what were you like 8 weeks then? She was like, yeah, okay, whatever, you're lying. So she like, okay, well, me and Patrick ain't doing too good because that friend that he introduced and said was his friend is actually a bitch that he fucking with. And she was like, I want to do some spell work on them to break them up, or da-da-da-da. I say, no, you need to get yourself in order because you are about to have 2 babies, okay? And mind you, at the time, I kept telling her, I'm like, you're about to have 2 little boys. I kept slipping and saying little boys. She was like, no, I'm having 2 little girls. My reader confirmed it. Okay, well, why are you coming to me to get a reading then? Well, because you go more in depth. Okay, listen to me when I'm telling you. Hey, you need to get your shit together and get out of that man's house, okay? Because that girl gonna have more influence on that situation than you think. B, baby, you are not motherfucking 12 weeks pregnant a month after you told me you were 12 weeks pregnant. Did I say 12 months a minute ago? You are not 12 weeks pregnant a month after you told me you were 12 weeks pregnant. Okay. She goes back and forth on this shit. And I know y'all like, well, damn, what is her zodiac sign? Because she seems like just combative. She's a Leo. I get a lot of Leos. Okay. A lot of Leos come to me and I know how to handle us, which is why I was calling her directly out on her bullshit every fucking time. So we get past that shit. And I'm saying within the same week, she emailed me again. And she like, I need to talk. You know, what she asked me for my number. So she get my number or whatever. And we talk on the phone. And she tells me, well, now her husband has shown back up into the picture. He came and knocked on this Patrick dude's door. Luckily, the Patrick dude was not there. She answers the door and he like, oh, I just wanted to see if it was true that you was living here with another nigga with my children in your stomach. And walks off. And she like, what can I do to keep him from coming back here? I'm like, well, wait a minute. You got to tell me what the fuck is going on. Because I had forgotten about her ex-husband by then, okay? She was more so focused on the Ryan dude because she was trying to do some get back on him and the shit was blowing up in her face and the shit was hitting her back. And I'm like, you're not the only person that is spiritually protected out here or has ancestors, nor are you the only person that does witchcraft out here, beloved. Just like you reached out to me to get help, he could have reached out to a witch himself and got his help, or he could be doing it himself. Like, I'm talking about bullshit was going on in her life. She lost a job. She lost a driver's license. Like, everything that she was trying to get done to that Ryan dude was happening to her. Now her goddamn ex-husband shows up to this Patrick dude's doorstep. Luckily, again, he wasn't there. So she like, what I'm going to do to keep him gone? I'm like, are those his children? She like, no, they not his kids. These Patrick kids. And Ryan was asking, was they his kids too? So both of these niggas from the past is wondering, is you carrying they goddamn baby? Okay? She's trying to hide the shit. So anyway, after we get through with that shit, I told her to get her shit together. Period. You know, you need to prepare yourself because this Patrick guy, he doing his math. And I'm going to be honest with you, baby. You look like you about 6 months pregnant, almost due. That's exactly how you looking. And that's when she went into that shit about, oh no, I'm having twins. That's why my stomach is so big. And I'm having twin girl that, okay, whatever. So about 2 weeks or so go past. And she calls me again. And she says, you were right. I'm having boys and I'm 7 months pregnant. Bitch, I know you were that far along because even if you are having twins, your stomach wouldn't be that fucking big, okay? So time goes on. And time didn't go on. During the same few readings, okay, after she telling me that she's 7 months pregnant, her and the Patrick dude then broke up. Patrick then put her up out of his house and she got to go live back with her mama now. And I'm telling her, make sure she save her money. And at first she was listening or whatever. Until this other tarot reader came back into her life. She was saving her money. She was preparing herself to be a single mother. She was trying to get her divorce finalized, everything. You know, she had fucked up her paperwork and she needed help sorting it out. Now, I know some of y'all like, damn, you don't know how to fill it. That divorce paperwork is crazy. You need so many motherfucking forms to simply unattach yourself from a motherfucker that you no longer want to be with. But, I mean, she did. She was trying to get her shit together. But suddenly, I wasn't available as often to her. And she started going to get readings from that other bitch again. This is where shit started to skew. So, during her getting them readings from that other bitch starts up with this shit about how Kiana's path was cursed because Kiana was supposed to be having Joey Badass's kids. Okay, now, Kiana ended up telling me this shit after she come back talking to me or whatever. We hadn't had a falling out yet or whatever, but I wasn't available as often. So she comes, books another reading, and she tells me that the tarot reader told her that she was cursed. Her path was cursed, and she was going to continue to have shit going on until she got with Joey Badass. And I said, well, what is this shit about Joey Badass? Talk to me about this, because you had emailed me initially talking about this nigga. And I told you what it was. And here we are again with this dude. Tell me what's going on. So she was like, well, that ain't it. The thing is, I used to go with Capital Steez when I was 16. Y'all know Capital Steez been dead, what, 14 years now? I think he died in like I can't remember, 2011 or 2010 or between 2010 and 2012, he passed away. She was fucking with him back then. She'll be 30 this year. So that was 12 years ago, 12, maybe 14 years ago, she was fucking with him. And I say, well, wait a minute. Now I'm confused. Okay. I thought Joey Badass was the one you supposed to be going with, or whatever the fuck this reader done misled you to believe. He's supposed to be your one. How did Capital Steez get in this? She like, well, I was fucking with him when I was 16, and I guess they was fucking around for about a year. She was just the bitch he called when he was in town or was in her neck of the woods. She was not his girlfriend, and I had to make her see that too. Okay. And I also had to make her see, like, you was really fast in the motherfucker out here fucking with grown-ass men. So don't you ever try to spin this, okay, and make it sound like you were victimized. Because without revealing a lot of her business, okay, she was one of them little girls that was raised up to be one of them hoes, okay? One of them bitches that's in position for them rap niggas. Anyway, like, so how was this supposed to be Joey Badass's babies, though, if you was fucking on Capital Steez? She was like, well, when I was with Capital Steez, I kind of, let it be known that I wanted to fuck with Joey Badass. So much so to the tune that one day Capital Steez allegedly beat her the fuck up because she was paying too much attention to Joey Badass, and she said that Joey Badass allegedly just turned his back while Capital Steez was beating the shit out of her. So I asked her, why would you want to be with a man that didn't stop his friend from putting his foot up your ass? She was like, well, I know he made a mistake, and I know that we supposed to be together, and that tarot reader, now she's calling her friend. My friend said that that situation happened because I wasn't supposed to be there for Capital Steez. I was supposed to be messing with Badass. All right, bitch. Let me do a part 2, y'all, because this video getting too... So anyway, she goes on. She has the babies. She has little boys. She's still obsessing over Joey Badass. Now we've gotten to the core of why she really truly wanted readings from me. She wanted me to second the bullshit or amen the bullshit this other reader was telling her. And I'm like, well, do you know Joey Badass? Like, does he remember you? Like, give me something that can prove me wrong in this situation, sis, because it sounds like you just a fan, okay? And sometimes we can develop, I don't, but people can develop these parasocial relationships with stars, or not stars, because Badass, come on. Anyway, with celebrities, so to speak, and we can believe that there's something there and it's truly not. And she like, no, Badass know me, Badass know me, and da-da-da-da. Okay. So, Badass and Soraya was dating by now. I think they was already dating. And she became obsessed with that girl. And she started talking about how she was getting into it with her. And not, this is by no means bigging Soraya up, because I feel like she was racing to be somebody's baby mama too. Like, it just was a whole crazy situation behind her little shit. But, and there's no disrespect to her. Do what you choose, sis. But it might be a crazy bitch out there after you, and you might need to just be warned. But, she started, the other tarot readers start convincing her to do spell work on this girl. And I'm like, why are you doing work on her? So she started sending me all of these back and forth exchanges that she's having with Soraya. And I'm like, again, does Joey Badass know you? And she like, I don't know if he remember me, but I inbox him all of the time. And I told him that Soraya is doing spell work, and This was around that time when Badass was making it apparent that he communes with Shango. She was like, and see, that's how I know that he's supposed to be mine and with me, because you said that I was Oya, I had the spirit of Oya, and he's Shango, and Oya and Shango was, trying to twist the narrative of Oya and Shango's relationship to fit her motherfucking neuroses that Joy Badass is her fucking twin flame, not soulmate. So I'm like, okay, sis, let's unpack this. You're getting into it with this girl over a nigga that she go with. Over a nigga that really kind of embarrasses the shit out of her. When he was out in LA with her, like, baby, would be fussing at the bitch and barking her down and shit in public. So, this what you want? The tarot reader told me that he doing that because she's not his true soulmate. Okay, delusional bitch. Let me siphon some money up out of you. See, I see as you laying a motherfucking gift horse in front of me, and I'm missing it by trying to get you to be rational in your thoughts. Okay, let me feed your delusions real quick. Well, tell me, what is she doing? She says that Soraya copied her baby shower thing. She prayed to have a boy because allegedly now, this is back in the day, Kiana was allegedly pregnant by capital C's, but then Soraya had nothing to do with this now. But somehow she connected them together. Her and this other motherfucking reader connected that Soraya made sure that couldn't nobody else have some dumb shit the bitch said. I'm gonna have to go back and read the goddamn email because I want to get it correct, okay? But either way, this other tarot reader convinced her that Soraya was trying to destiny swap her. Here you are, poor, living with your parents, 2 babies that you've been trying to pin off on 2 different niggas, but they actually belong to your ex-husband. But Soraya is trying to destiny swap you. It's not only Soraya, y'all. She also goes after Hailey Bieber. She told me about how she had a crush on Justin Bieber too. See, she one of them gals. She had met up with Justin Bieber a couple times at like his meetups or whatever. Not like kicked it with him or no shit. What do they call them shits? The meet and greets at the concerts. Somehow she twisted up in her head that she was supposed to be with Justin and Hailey was the one that was the stalker. So she would be going at Hailey Bieber too. And this is not taking up for Hailey Bieber at all, because I feel like she's a crazy one too. Alright, she's a crazy bitch too, because she basically stalked Justin too. I guess she just beat Kiana to the punch. But she would be going back and forth with this girl too and sending curses and shit to her. And that's why I stopped posting pictures of my spell work, because she fucked around and sent that girl a picture of one of the spells I did, and I had to check her then. I'm like, hold on, baby. Why you don't send nobody shit that I've done? First of all, that spell had nothing to do with Hailey Bieber. Why are you trying to use it to press your lines? I thought you were after Joy Badass, okay? How did Justin Bieber get in the mix? Oh, well, it's because I know that she's not right for it. Girl, shut up. Are we going to focus on Badass or not? So she decided to divert her energy back over here to Badass, but she was still, her and this reader and somebody else that apparently knows Hailey Bieber for real. I guess they done got cool and this bitch is swapping information with them. And this is what Kiana is using to fuck with Hailey. Anyway, and I just had this theory that the 3 of them together are probably doing some shit. Not that, Justin Bieber is an angel or Hailey is an angel. But, I feel like the 3 of them are doing some type of little work or whatever to cause them to have more drama than need be in their relationship. She also was like, Hailey had prayed over her babies and shit and was wishing death over her children before she had Isaiah and Christopher and shit. And I'm like, why would Hailey Bieber be doing this, okay? First you said Soraya, now you said it's Hailey Bieber. Then she starts saying that Kylie Jenner was doing it. And that's when I knew I was dealing with a crazy bitch. And them bitches that you are encircled with are either just getting your money or they're crazy too. So anyway, I say, look, you're not going to give me all of this shit, okay? I'm gonna try to help you unpack this obsession. And I started calling it an obsession with Joey Badass that you got going on. She started getting fire-breathing mad, honey, about that shit. So she's still hitting me up. Had stopped paying for readings. Had just started just emailing the shit to me because she by now is just full on stalking, cyber stalking Soraya. Oh, she's copying this. She's copying that. She's doing work on me. She this, and the no, the fuck she's not, okay? Please believe me when I say that Aquarius man is probably fucking around with so many bitches, okay? She ain't thinking about you, Kiana. So Kiana ended up sending me a screenshot of this inbox she sent Badass. And he actually read it. So I'm like, damn, was I wrong for calling this bitch delusional? No, I was not, because he never responded to it. He just read the shit. She had, again, inboxed him talking about how Soraya was doing a love spell on him to keep him there. And someone had told her that he was her true soulmate. That's probably why he didn't respond. Like, oh, this one of these crazy bitches. Okay. But he probably did look like, is this bitch doing spell work on me? Because, again, he's crowned the Shango. He's thinking, is she cutting ears off and putting them in my food? And Kiana tried to spin that story, too, and put it in that man's inbox, okay? And he had read this shit, okay? He never blocked her because she sent him multiple messages, y'all, and he was reading them. So I can't say that the nigga didn't know her, remember her, nothing like that. But I'm saying, how you gonna say that this woman is doing shit to you, and it clearly seems to be that you want her nigga? Bitch got fire breathing mad at me because I'm checking her, telling her, look, even if you do get Joey Badass, even if whatever breakup spell you do goes through and they do break up, if he does come to you, do you accept that you are not going to be his only bitch? Because Soraya is not his only bitch either. Y'all, that woman got fire breathing mad at me and started telling people that I was cussing her the fuck out during her tarot readings. Because I was holding her accountable. Because I'm telling her some real shit. If she did break Soraya and Joey Badass up, let's just say that shit did happen, and they did get together, what makes you think that you're going to be the one, honey? This is my question to all of you girls that come to me with that breakup work shit. Yes, bitch, I will do it. If you pay me my price for it, okay? I will do the work, but I want you to understand, you gonna get the same nigga that this bitch got, okay? I don't give a fuck how many honey jars you pay me for. He gonna still, he might be a little sweet to you, but he's still gonna be out here passing dick. He gonna be dropping dick off. Like Lil Duval song. He gonna be dropping dick off, baby. And this is what I was trying to tell Kiana. But because she felt like I was being a hater, I didn't want her to be with her true person. Because I was slightly judging her. I was. Okay, I was. I told you I have nothing for a woman who does not know who she allowed to nut in her and put a gut full of human in her. I have nothing for you. And I have nothing for a crazy bitch that sits back and do random spells on bitches just because you want that bitch's nigga. So I suggested to her that we do some self-love work on her because not only was that situation going on, she let this tarot reader talk her up out of getting an apartment because her parents was like, yo, you gotta go. And not only were they saying that because of that, apparently her daddy got some, childlike and fingers, and she's got two set of little boys that are about to be 2. They're like, yo, you can't have your kids in the house with this motherfucker while we investigating it. So now she's homeless and looking for somewhere to lay her head. Meanwhile, you trying to do spell work on Soraya to break her up with Joey Badass. So I suggest self-love work on her. My self-love spells are $155 if you want them, and they do work. You need to ask the girls who have gotten them done. Kiana didn't finish paying for hers, so I reversed every fucking thing that I did for her. Now she's in a position of trying to find a space to go out. I don't know if she found somewhere or not, because she had found a place down in Texas for $550, and because she had nowhere to go, and the state of Texas was giving her ample enough time to get her ass the fuck out of the house with her daddy, because he had been accused of touching kids, right? Huh? Okay, that's my little grandbaby. But because she had been given this time frame, I'm like, look, take that $550 apartment, baby, and you can always move out. That other tarot reader told her don't take it. It was cursed. It's got roaches. It's a bad environment for your sons. Think of your sons. Bitch, think of your sons. Yes, your daddy has been accused of touching children. But instead of listening, she decides to turn on me and ramp this shit up. How do I know that Kiana has said this? Because I never told her, but I know a few people that know her ass, and they came back and told me that she's been running around saying this. And she's been also saying that I told her that she could never get a nigga like Joey Badass. That's not what I said. That's somebody else's nigga, bitch. And I will stand on that. And that's not me caping for Soraya either. That's me saying I will not help you take another bitch's man, okay? However, if you're persistent, I will take your money from you, sis. I really will. And in taking your money, I'm going to do self-love work on you, unbeknownst to you, so that you can get your head out your pussy, okay? Now, I don't know if Badass is communicating with Kiana on the low or not, but, Soraya, baby, you need to watch yourself, okay? There are bitches out here that are upset that you got Joey, and regardless to what he is, what he ain't, that's your nigga. And this bitches out here throwing spell work at you because they want your nigga.
Feel the sacred glow in the realm of the real. Let a power flow.